Hello and welcome to Raven's Arcana. Thank you for joining me. And it's time for your weekly Taroscope. So the tarot spread for all astrological signs. This is going to be for the week of Sunday, December 22nd until Saturday, December 28th. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful holiday season. It is the week of Christmas. Hope everyone has their last minute shopping accomplished. If not, Amazon is your friend, unfortunately, at this point. I think they still have some 2-day in there. Anyway, yeah, let's jump in here. One more shuffle. And let's see what's going to happen for this week. All right. So we have the Death card upright. We have the Chariot upright. And we also have the High Priestess upright. Interesting. So we have Scorpio energy. We have Cancer energy. And then we also have Moon energy here. So a lot of things going on. So with Cancer and Moon energy, immediately, thinking about a time of love, a time of nurturing relationships. It's a time of just love, compassion, right? With that moon, that Cancer energy. But we also have the Death card here, right? And the Death card is transition. It is change. And this is going to be a time of change. So right around the corner, it's going to be 2020, right? Right around the corner, we have that new beginning, that fresh start, right? The time where, if we're looking at the Chariot, you have that willpower to get through the holidays and realize, you're suited up, ready for battle. You're ready to make a change, right? So you're ready to either stop smoking, stop eating crap food, start exercising, make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that feed your soul, make sure you're exhibiting behaviors that, are tearing yourself down, diminishing your capabilities, and using your intuition, right? So this is the Divine Feminine card, the mother of intuition. Make sure that you have that vision for the future and you're listening to those hints from the universe. You're suited up, ready to go, ready to make that change, ready to essentially put to death the old portions of yourself going forward. Not only are we heading into a new year, we're going into the 20s, the 2020s. So this is going to be a big change and should be ready for it, right? We have a lot of black and white here in all these cards. So you're going to have to balance yourself. Listen to your intuition. Listen to the messages from the universe, right? Have some faith in yourself and get ready to make that change because the change is a-coming. All right, let's go below the surface and kind of see what's going on there. Very, very interesting that we received 3 majors upright on the initial spread. I'm digging it, especially coming to the end of the year and going into the new year, which is Scorpio, is transition, the death and birth, right? All right, let's cut these and see what is below the surface here. So we have the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is upright. We have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is upright as well. And we end it with the Empress upright. Another major there. So 9 of Wands, it's that final push, right? It's that final push, that final, you are kind of wounded, kind of scarred up, but you have that goal in mind, right? The sun's coming out from behind the clouds. It's that last final push. And I think you have a lot of ideas going on about how you want your new year to be. So you have a vision for the future of what your life is going to look like. And this is that time, that final push. So I think you're making preparations and you have in mind what you're going to do on the 1st during that reset, during that new beginning. Now, you have a lot of choices here available to you with that Seven of Cups, right? There's a lot of things you can do, and you don't have to focus on one thing. This is telling you possibly you need to make a little bit more than one change. So don't be distracted by everything out there. Make sure you're staying the course. Make sure you keep that vision in mind, right? And this Empress card will help you do that, right? So the Empress card, it's just Venus energy, that love. And I think it's the love of self, right? So being able to love yourself, to recognize your abilities, to understand how you affect others and how you affect yourself, meaning how you can turn your thoughts and emotions in on yourself and it could adversely affect you. But you have a vision of your future. You have a lot of choices out there, a lot of things you can do. So I think this is going to be a year of new beginnings, a lot of changes coming your way. And I think you're on the right course. There's a lot of wonderful information here. And that final push, we're coming to the end of the year. You're getting all your ducks in a row, if you will, so you can get on that chariot and ride, my friend. All right, let's see what's above the surface. Let's get the view from the top and see what that looks like. It's a very interesting read going into the new year. Now, obviously, we have a few more days after this week, but looks like we're ramping up, right? And definitely pay attention to the messages, right? Allow your consciousness to be open and trust your intuition. All right, so the view from the top is, we have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is upright. We have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups again, like we had below, and that's upright as well. And then we have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is reversed. So immediately, I want to talk about these two cards and how one was below the surface, one is above. You have a lot of choices, and I think you have a lot of choices to make to get you on that path, right? And I think this is signifying that you're going to have to make more than one big decision about yourself and about your future, right? And I think you're going to make the right decision. You are guided by a whole lot of positive energy here, signifying change, signifying that you have the willpower, you're battle ready, and you're in touch with your intuition. You know what your end game is. I'm going to leave the Five of Swords last. So this Eight of Swords, I think you might have been kind of in a mental trap here yourself. You might have been your own worst enemy over the last year or over the last few years. And I think you're escaping that. I think that is what is happening here. So there's been a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and I think it has to do with you putting together a plan to make a change, right? To make this change. So not only is this, like I said, it's the end of a year, but we're going into, 2020. We're going into a new decade at this point. So this is going to be a big change. And you want to leave a lot of the stuff behind. You want to leave a lot of your old behaviors, a lot of those cutting behaviors, if you will, with the swords, and possibly you want to sever ties with the portion of yourself that was a negative portion of yourself, those negative thoughts. You don't want to turn things in on yourself anymore. You want to have faith in yourself, and you want to have faith in your thoughts and your ideas. You also want to sever ties with people that don't feed your soul. So this could be, a communication of, you want to get rid of that chaos. You want to get rid of the drama. And you want to trust your intuition and stop turning things in on yourself. You have been your own worst enemy, but we're going to get past that, right? We are definitely going to get past that. And let's close this off with some black and white here. The black and white meaning no gray area. I like to get really good clarification when we end out this spread. Good things, good things. Yeah, get out of your head. Trust your intuition. Leave that stress behind, leave the drama behind, and cut ties with portions of yourself that cause inner drama, cause drama to other people, and remove yourself from situations of stress and anxiety, right? That's part of this change. You have choices. Make the right decisions that feed your soul and have a positive impact on the people that you choose to take forward with you on this journey. All right. We have the Lovers reversed. We have the Six of Swords reversed. And we have the Chariot reversed. A lot of reversals on the black and white. On the, what I said, there's not going to be any gray area here. So with the Chariot mirroring, right? So we have the upright Chariot in the initial spread, the reverse Chariot here, and the Lovers card came out. There's going to be some difficult relationships that you are going to have to leave behind. And I'm not talking about romantic relationships, although that might come into play. So this is a time when the Five of Swords, when that chaos, right, the communication with others, and that chaos, I think, is feeding into some drama for you. Now, you're going to have to upright this Chariot, right? You're going to have the willpower, the strength it requires to get in that boat on the Six of Swords and leave those stormy seas behind, right? Leave those people that make waves. And by making waves, I mean just contribute to emotional instability. So some of us, we have people that have been in our lives that we definitely care about. And I'm not talking about severing ties with them forever. I'm talking about taking a break, concentrating on yourself, and kind of doing things that feed your soul. The people that are supposed to be around you for support, for love, compassion, will either stay with you or come back, right? I just heard if you love someone, set them free. Now, that's a romantic phrase, but that applies to everything here. So we have to make some difficult decisions based on what feeds our soul, what helps us to grow going forward. And you might have some friends that you really care about and you've tried to help that need to really focus on helping themselves. And I'm not saying they won't come back to you in the future. I'm saying surround yourself with people, surround yourself with relationships that play into your goal of elevating yourself, right? If you surround yourself with energy that is negative, even though you're trying to help them, you're trying to elevate them where they can become positive, sometimes it pulls your energy down. And I think you're going to have to make some decisions, some choices here, right? With the Seven of Cups on the top and below, you're going to have to make some choices on who you surround yourself with in the future. You want to surround yourself with positive people, supportive people, and people that know what give and take means, right? And on the flip side of that, if you've been a person that has always taken from relationships, make sure you're working on this. Make sure you recognize that you are taking from people and not giving back. Make sure you're focusing on balancing everything, every single aspect of your life. So this is the most difficult thing you're going to have to do here. If you're smoking and you want to quit smoking, if you want to start exercising, you want to start eating a healthier diet, you want to start a new career, you want to do whatever, I think that's going to be easy for you. The most difficult thing that is closing out this spread is that you're going to have to make some decisions that are tough, that are going to be painful for you, painful for others, but it's going to benefit both parties. It'll allow you to elevate yourself, your emotional self, physical, mental, all of it. And they're going to have to do some work on their own. And the ones that are meant to be in your life will come back. And the people that you might not have a connection with going forward, you're always going to have those memories. You were there, you guys met for a reason. And you got to think about yourself sometimes. And think about your energy and your future. and the people that depend on you. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you sticking around. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you want to show your support for the channel, definitely appreciate that. Please subscribe. Please ask any questions, leave comments, and we'll get to you when we can. And I hope you enjoy your week. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Take care.